We have a motion to close executive and come back to our regular session. First from Kim and second from Juan. All right, thank you very much. Now, we are, I believe, we're going to our council reports. I think we're done with, last but not least, Councilwoman Yu.
Okay, Public Library has a job opening as a full-time librarian. So if you know anyone, and please encourage them to apply. And regarding budget, we have a 2024 financial statements is now. I haven't reviewed yet, but it's gonna probably come into next meetings. And also the 2025 budget is being reviewed by the auditor. So hope that can be introduced next meeting.
Great. PA report.
I don't have a particular report this evening. I'm just very happy that we are bringing on new police officers. I think that the police department has been doing a really phenomenal job since I've been here, putting things together and rearranging things in a lot of cases. Their own labor and their own heart putting into where they work, and I think it just makes me feel good as the BA to know that our department is so strong. And then as Councilman Shin said, we are doing a lot of work at the pool, and unfortunately it's taking a little bit longer than we like to get quotes from people. I don't feel like you have to drag it out of them, that why don't they want to do work? They come to look at it, and then you have to keep calling them. But we're getting there, the pool will be open on time, and there are some improvements that might have to be made after the pool closes this season, but they're not emergent, they're taking care of the emergent things.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
She's being very modest. She's doing a very big thing for the optimization of our borough management. She's working on two big projects. One is the digitalized processing system for payments. Now, when she's done by April, we're gonna decide which company, but we're gonna have a system where online you'll pay your taxes, pay your fees, credit card purchase and payments are all over each department where you can make payments, including the building department. You know, wherever it is, even the polls, and even here, the finance, the clerk's office, the violation department, everything will be digitalized. This is what we've been wanting to do for many, many years. Roberta's gonna bring us to the modern age. The other thing she's gonna do is implement an HR self-registered program hardware where each employee could register in and out. As you know, we don't have a separate HR department, but this will definitely make sure that the employees are checked in and checked out properly, and their work is optimized as well. It will definitely put order and, into the borough back again, bringing us back to the modern age. So I really appreciate that. She's also working really hard on the 12 Bellevue. The parking lot, as you know, is demolished, and we're gonna soon put, before it gets cold, she promises that we are gonna get 47 parking units this year for sure. We're also gonna address the LED through PSENG, replacing street lights that are dark with LED lights. We'll brighten up the spot. We also have, we have allocated funds to finally put in solar LED panels, at least 30 of them, across places that's required when it's dark, when it's unsafe, crossing the roads. It's gonna be great. Many things that she's gonna do, and she's gonna do it, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, all right? Good. Police report.
Mayor, it's day one for me, or day two, so he's gonna give us the report from the month, and then I just have some comments, if that's okay.
Okay, you guys are like Doublemint twins. You guys are
Yeah.
staying around here. That's enough for me. How are you?
Good, how are you? Just wanna start off by thanking you guys for the promotion of Sean Cottrell to new officers. It's gonna go a long way to helping us, so thank you. Thank you for the cost guard services, that's gonna be huge for us. We ran some numbers and certain things, and just by taking 2 traffic officers off the road, it just to do traffic for half a day, crossing this, it definitely didn't help, so it's nice to be able to, we were able to do that. We received two, police vehicles, over this past month, 2 Ford Mavericks. One's going to be given to the traffic department, one we're gonna keep. It's gonna help us with, you know, cones, barricades, certain things like that, that's gonna be great. The meter review, I submitted the report today to the VA. We worked really well together on that. So, you know, whenever we want to sit down and have a discussion, if you have any questions, you call me, or we can sit down and set up the time. We also had a retirement, soon to be retirement for SPO Nelson Ben. He's gonna be around for still a little while, but, you know, I wanna wish him a nice retirement when his time comes. Also, we had an officer leave for another town, Kristen Lee. We wish her the best of luck in Harrington Park. She's still a member of the Palisades Park family. She was here tonight, so it's nice to see that, you know, we still have that connection. We received one of our cars back for Durango that was lettered. I have a picture here. It looks absolutely beautiful from the letter company. So that'll be out on our streets as our new police vehicle. We have an F-150 that's out there now being lettered. And then we have some designs for some of the other cars that are gonna be lettered in the next. Basically, it's a one-for-one kind of a thing. We brought the Durango out, we brought the F-150, then it'll be the 2 Interceptors that we have, and a number of other vehicles that we're gonna be lettered. We have a accreditation meeting next month, April 3rd, to start our process in the accreditation. I'm actually really excited about that. I think it's gonna go really well for us. And last thing, our department read some classes at the ECC and Limburg over the month. There's still, I think there's another next week or the end of this week, we have some more. But over a total of 13 officers went to the schools and read to a number of classes, which in the past, it's been maybe 1 or 2 officers that were able to get off the road. We made it a big effort to get out to the community and do those things. The kids were really excited. We handed out some stickers, some bracelets. They all had their own little badges. It was nice. So it's nice to be able to do those things. Other than that, turn it over to, before I say that, thank you. I just want to say again for the opportunity to lead this department for the past 6 months. It's been an honor, an honor of my lifetime for that, and I appreciate it, and I look forward to continuing to work with the new OIC, Captain Beck, to move our department continuously forward.
Captain, before you go, we have to recognize the leadership and the effort that was created. Because of you, we're going to soon to be accredited, and there's a lot of benefits being accredited in the police department. We never had accreditation in the police department. You guys have to actually go inside the police department. The police actually took their time to chip in and making the environment more approachable and safe and healthy for the the police officers to come and work there. Great job on that. New lights and everything. Interior looks great. They worked really hard because it's a very sensitive matter for the parking meters. We had really bad experience with parking meters. They worked really, really hard. They brought in all these candidates. They did their due diligence, put in comparisons, pros and cons. Now the police committee and the police department is going to figure out what will be very best. We'll also probably have a public session where people could come and give their input. So that proper procedure was beautiful. And not only that, we changed our way of doing promotions. The interview process is absolutely legit. The reason why we had so much lawsuits in the past because the proper procedure concerning interviews were not met. It's unfortunate that that had to be this way. Matter of fact, the procedure was so messed up. Before the governing body had to decide who's going to get promoted, all the people in the crowd knew who's going to get promoted already. That's just wrong, right? So I'm glad that you guys made a great system with the police committee. Charlie Shin's over there. John Min is there working really hard. Because we follow proper procedures in the future, there'll be less lawsuits because of promotions. And also the fleet management, you're part of that too. What a great move. I mean, you did really great. So in behalf of the Mayor and Council, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everybody.
So you guys know I'm a history guy, I love history. Our doors say March 22nd, 1899, which means today we are 2 days into our 126th year, which means we have finished our 125th year celebration. Personally, as somebody who loves this town, I'd like to thank you, Mayor, for a great year of celebrations on the 125th festivals and events. I would also like to thank our councilwoman, Yuban Wan Yoon, for her work and also for that expert work on that book. I worked with Yuban. She's very militant. You have to meet every single week.
We all know that.
And,
We all know that.
and she expects you to get things done on time, ahead of time, and correctly. I also see Mr. Longo is here. Mr. Longo was a very big part of that project. And if you haven't seen it yet, I'm sure, I know we've seen it, we put it out here. You should get a copy of that book because it's absolutely wonderful. There's lots of great material in there from the beginning of the incorporating of Palisades Park right up to our present day.
We're having a celebration, correct? Inviting the people who are involved.
Yes, we are gonna have, yes, you made that clear at last meeting, but because now 125 is closed, I figured I would just bring it up. And Councilwoman, we made the deadline. We made the deadline.
Mr. Pinalongo, thank you very much as well.
Thank you. Okay, so like I said, I do love history. Our department was founded on December 14th, 1920. Mayor Robert Todd and Councilman Albert King incorporated this police department. Our first police officer was Joseph Shokoff, and he was appointed with a gentleman named William Romaine, who resigned 17 days later, and David Bell was appointed to fill his position. Bell would become our first leader of the police department. He would become our first chief. In 1944, when he retired, Shokoff would be the next chief, and he would keep that till 1953 upon his death. Now, I often think, what were these gentlemen, these two leaders of the department, what were they thinking in this time? What kind of plans did they have for this police department? What did they see that can be improved? What did they see, what kind of services they can provide to the residents? What kind of department they can offer? And I'm sure they had many, many big visions and many, many dreams. And to set this department up for, you know, the next 100 years, or the 100 years forward. So I see that now, right where we're at right now. I believe that we're at a pivotal moment again. I believe we're at a pivotal moment of reform, which we've already started in the past 6 months with Captain Rotundo's leadership, who, by the way, I'm blessed to have been a part of that. He invited me on board with that. We worked hand in hand, in tandem. He invited me to everything. We worked very well together. I'm very proud to have worked for him this past 6 months, and I think he did an excellent job, and I'm glad that you guys all acknowledge that, because it's 100% true. He did a wonderful job. With that said, I also believe that now is the time for some big dream thinking, to reform, and also a lot of outside of the box thinking. A lot of the old ways didn't work, but we are at this moment right now where if we commit to reforming this police department, if we commit to putting the department first, commit to prospering, I know we will achieve that objective. I just know we will. If you want to visit our headquarters, take a look. Look what we've done in 6 months. Look how we've tried to, we didn't try, we did. Look how we changed the place. We have historic photos all over the place to give the officers a sense of pride, to see where this began, where it started, and where it can go. Where we can go. We can get there. We can get there. A lot of the officers have texted or called and said that they're starting to feel like the police department is a family. They're coming in on their off time to hang out. They're involved with things. In prior years, you would never ever see that many officers lined in the back for a promotion. But they're here because, number one, they see what's happening. Show and Patrol 100% deserve that promotion, and they see that. They see these two new hires. One was an engineer, making a ton of money, but loves to be a police officer. We're fortunate and thankful that he's here with us, okay? And over the next months, as he goes through his field training process, he's gonna become part of our family too, just as Fernando St. Hilaris, and we're very happy that they're coming on board with us. So all I can say to the mayor and council is, thank you for your trust in me in this moment. Thank you for your trust in Captain Rotundo, and more importantly, thank you for your support and partnership, because I'm 100% certain that in the days ahead, we will continue the reform that we started. We will also build the police department that you will be proud of. We will build a police department where you will say, I'm proud to be living in Palisades Park, and I'm proud to have this as my
I
department.
can't believe my ears.
I think my 3 minutes is probably up.
No, it's all right. But don't
Thank
go
you,
anywhere,
thank you,
but
Mayor.
don't go anywhere, not that easy. I like the reason why you're saying, you know what, the old work doesn't work, the old ways doesn't work, new way is the way to go. That is the definition of reform. Finding something that works and giving up on something that never worked, that didn't work. It didn't work with the current situation. Now, having said that, as you guys know that, the residents, commonly call us and complain that we don't see police presence in our residential streets. If we're lucky, we'll see them once in a blue moon. We discussed this in our work session that you and Captain Jamie Rotundo will create a schedule that is not traceable by the grand theft autos or people who want to rob their house. It's gotta be different. It can't be 10 o'clock, I'll be here every single day. That's why it's not that easy. But however, I believe that you'll get that done, and before the next month meeting, with that plus the, a program where the cross intersections where most prone, police president is there to provide tickets and to reduce, whatever it takes to reduce the intersection accidents. Those are the things that we're hoping for, next month. Okay, guys, if that's okay, as we agree.
Yeah, Mayor, if I may just say a couple things on that. Number one, in the past few years, we had a budget crunch, and we're just starting to catch up. As Captain Rotundo said, that we're starting to replace one at a time. They're going to be lettered. Part of the process, the officers are out there. Part of the problem is they're not visible because a lot of our fleet is not lettered. And that's happening now. We thank our police committee and our budget committee, who did a great job this year arguing to, I should say in a polite way, negotiating to fund us so that we can do all of these endeavors. And now you'll start to see our police vehicles, so now rather than just seeing a Ford Explorer black drive down the street, you're gonna know that's a police car. You're gonna know that this vehicle that's owned by the town that an officer in uniform is driving is a police car. It's gonna be very visible. We're gonna take more proactivity on Broad Avenue to have more visibility. We have 2 specials coming out in the middle of April. They will be up and down Broad Avenue, be very visible. And yeah, we're just gonna keep doing what we can do. And we have a Coffee with a Cop set up for next month. We'll announce that on our website very soon, and we have a couple other events that we're planning with the community. Our goal is we had a lot. I mean, when Captain Rotundo and I first came into this position, it was just me and him and I. That was it.
That is true.
We had no command staff, we had nothing. So most of our time was spent trying to figure out, we had a saying, we'll figure it out, trying to figure everything out. And that's what we did for the most of the time, but then we started to build a team. You gave us promotions based off who was the most qualified, and you would be surprised if you saw an officer thriving in his capacity like Chris Shalingo. The kid is a genius, and he's doing a tremendous job. And other officers too, they're doing a tremendous job.
No politics.
No, and they also, now that they're filling these positions, they're allowing us to branch out and do more things. And Captain Rotundo and I have decided that now is the time to reach out. We're fixing as much as we can internally, but now is also the time to be brave and get out there in front of the community, answer any questions that you have of us. Believe us, you can answer ask us whatever you want, and we can express our vision to you as well as the community, and hopefully we can create stronger partnerships, because I believe that this town is worth it. I believe the residents here are worth it, and I believe our police department is worth it, Mayor.
Yeah. I know what the difference is, right? Before, when there was grand theft auto, before these 2 young leaders came about and started to be formed, when a resident called the police department, hey, my ringtone or my recording, someone was trying to open the door in my car, making a very responsible citizen's complaint, report. And what usually the response was, well, why don't you come down to the police station and we'll give you a police report. Now, these guys will be on the scene. They'll be there, they'll make sure that if this is the resident that almost got into trouble, they'll pay more attention, they'll go to the residents, make them feel safe. We're here for you, you don't have to come to us, we'll go to you. Guys, both of you guys, congratulations. Oh, wow, that just makes me feel really good. We have a motion to close and open for the public participation. May I have a
Make a
motion?
motion.
Thank you, Christine Juan, may I have a second? Somebody? Thank you. Sang-hee, Council Sang-hee Lee. All right, you guys have 3 minutes, please come on up. Oh, by the way, Roberta's gonna put in, crosswalks on Grand Avenue too. I wanna get that going. Yep. No, Roberta, the VA. Remember you guys were complaining about it, Grand Avenue dangerous with the shop right? We're gonna put in, crosswalk. Go ahead.
Loretta Martini, 135 East Brickoff Avenue, Palisade Park, New Jersey.
Thank you.
I hear you're gonna pave the streets, 2 streets? Are you gonna-
Which street are you talking about?
Palisade Boulevard?
Yeah, Palisades Boulevard, there's one section that's not paved.
Okay, well, why are you doing that? You know, the street where that little postage stamp property has that big apartment house? Bergen Boulevard.
Anybody?
You know, the one that I have the house, I have the house behind.
Somebody help me out with that identification of the location. I
The
don't
one
know.
on Bergen Boulevard,
Bergen Boulevard.
that I'm always complaining about.
401.
What?
Central?
It's on Central and Bergen Boulevard, that big apartment house. It's only
Corner.
on a 40 by 100, but it looks bigger than that to me. Well, anyhow, now you're paving the streets. That street is almost 59 years old. It never was paved. So this year, to get my, house insurance, they wouldn't give me the house insurance because the street is got like, it's all crooked. Yeah, I did my parking lots about 2 years ago, and they never did the street.
Are you talking about Central Boulevard, or you
No,
Palisades?
it's
Palisades
11th
Boulevard?
Street.
Okay, 11th Street at the dead end, the 500 road.
That's the street that needs to be fixed. It's not mine.
Roberta, would you put that into the list? Let's go for a drive, see if it needs attention.
Because that's not my street. So if I paid, I couldn't get the insurance. So
If it's not your street, why you cannot get the insurance?
the insurance wouldn't get, because when you come out of my driveway, my parking lots,
But you're not on 11th Street.
She's on
the house is on 11th Street,
So
yeah.
your residence on 11th Street.
The building is on 11th Street. It's not my house.
There's no street there, but she's on 11th Street.
It's a 5-family house.
The
there.
house-
I know what that is.
The street is
Next to
terrible.
that, yeah, I know what that is.
That street, as you come out of the parking lot, there's a big hole because they put all the big trucks there when they're building all around and they break the street up.
Oh.
Every year I go call the DPW, they come up with a little bucket, fill it in, by the next year it's out again. But nobody ever
I have a
bothered me.
question for you.
Yes.
Because of the construction that they're having,
Yeah,
is there damage on public roads?
what?
Because of the construction that they're having over there in a small lot, the apartment that's being built,
Yeah.
because of the construction trucks are going back and forth to the dead end of 11th Street, could you testify and say that because of the trucks that are going in there,
No.
the roads are more worse?
That's been there,
Okay,
every year, it's like potholes.
we'll put it in there.
It needs a street.
Got it,
That's
it.
it, that's all.
Okay, that's good, and we'll
Thank
get
you.
back to you, do you have the phone number by chance, so we're gonna reach you?
201 94.
Oh, you don't have to do it on public,
It's
yeah.
all being
Later,
recorded, so.
later, privately, 'cause we don't wanna stop in public.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care, everybody calls up, I curse at them, I hang up all day long.
Thank you, anybody else?
201
Oh,
94.
Maris, please come up, name and address, please, thank you, Maris.
54.
Dennis Pacota, 44 Glen Avenue. I'm glad that we are getting our crossing guard. We need it.
Thank you.
I hope that we get some advice because getting a lot of traffic and, you know, we need it.
Okay.
And then a link bird, like at the, Elso Boulevard, it's crazy there.
Okay,
Another thing that I have a question, I see that
that's all the high
houses-
school, that's all the Liberty, yeah.
Yeah, we have two settlement here, I didn't see that in the news, this is come out, and what was the settlement for the two
Resolution number,
police
please,
officer, the 14,
and 15.
and 15. I didn't see it in the new, and I would like to know what was the settlement about?
Oh, it's settlement of lawsuits that were
Yes.
filed against the borough.
No, I know it was a lawsuit, but, it's no detail, I would like to know what was.
Yeah, it's all confidential. Once the settlements agreements are signed, if you wanna see a copy, you can submit an Oprah request.
Okay, another thing, I like what, your vet say about the police officer. It seems like it's gonna get better, we've been waiting for getting better and work together. And I'm glad to hear that, I wanna see that coming through, because we love what they're doing and we need them. And I hope, this is coming in a good way, no political involved, and just promotion for what we do. Because it's a lot of good officers, but we wanna see it and we wanna work together. I'm glad to hear all this assignment being, I can't wait to put it together.
Thank you. Anybody else? Please come up, name and address.
I live at 519 Second Street.
519 Second Street.
Yes, Nam Kyung Kim. I came here last
A or B?
week, A.
Okay.
I came,
Your name?
Nam Kyung Kim, last name is Kim, first name is Nam Kyung.
Nam Young Kim.
Yes, I
Okay.
came the last meeting here talked about the Second Street flooding issue,
What issue?
flooding issue.
Yes, didn't we go there?
Yes.
I thought we went to the Second Street, didn't we?
But I didn't get any phone call, I didn't hear about any visual.
You said you're on the 500 Ridge. We went to the 500 Ridge, exactly where it went. We went there,
Yeah.
and we discovered that there might be a problem with, first of all, the DPW or whoever didn't clear out the drains there. It's been clogging up. We're gonna address that first, because it's the most easiest. And secondly, we're gonna assess with the engineer, which we're working on, make sure that enough drains, sewage drains. I don't think there's enough. We
Yes.
might have to go some construction, get some grants going there if possible, because we were to save the taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
But we're on it. We're seeing why we
Okay.
can avoid the drain, the flood.
Okay,
Because there is a main line of it. There is a hub. There's a drain, what is that called?
The catch basin, but the other one, the storm drain, is not up the right, and that's what's.
Yeah, it's not there.
That's what's broken up, and it's
okay.
also not up to today's standards, so when we redo that, they may have to do some paving. We just actually got a proposal for Second Street, we haven't
Second Street
reviewed it
paving?
yet, but they'll be doing some work there to improve
Okay.
that drainage.
So the engineer's working on it, so
Okay.
we'll get back to you.
Okay.
If you can, just give her your private phone number quietly, because then she'll get back to you if that's okay, Roberta.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? Sir, please come up, name and address.
If I have enough time, Ernest Yearly, 329 East Columbia.
Okay, Ernie.
If I have enough time, I have two issues.
Ernie.
One is, you brought up a subject last springtime, and you said once the weather gets warmer,
Yes,
there may be patrol people walking Broad
you
Avenue.
gotcha.
Is that happening?
Yes.
It is happening?
No, it's not happening, it will happen.
Oh, will happen.
It's not warm yet.
Okay.
Is it?
Well, that word warm, that's not.
What's warm for you, sir?
That's a start for me, it's a
What's
start.
warm for you, right?
When it's cold, it's okay to do the wrong thing.
No, it's not about the weather per se, it's not the indication of when we're gonna do by the weather. It's around that time we'll establish ourselves, senators, we could do that. There's a reason why we got, 2 part-time code enforcers. There's a reason also we changed the zoning or, the ordinance to, no, actually, we have the ordinance for TEOs actually be on the road as well, on the streets in Broad Avenue, to enforce the codes on there. But as we discussed before, TEO cannot go inside your house. They say someone calls, hey, that's illegal in Tennessee. It's not the TEO, it's the code enforcer.
Okay, all right. Second thing is.
And there's a reason why we're doing that. You'll notice that there's ashtrays, there's trash cans in every single, block.
Mhm.
There will be a sign that says, please do not litter. Once we are in attack, when people are walking around, we're gonna give them sufficient amount, a month or two, to give them warnings. Please don't litter here, please don't litter here. But after that, we will enforce. That will keep it clean.
That's great. Second question is, what's going on with the temporary police station down by ShopRite?
We are about to, I could guarantee you now that the investigation, right, will be concluded, no later than before the April's meeting.
Okay, we are still paying for that, right? And how long are we still obligated to pay for that?
Well, right now, what the council is doing is, because there's like, I believe, 6 months left or something like that, if I recall, less than 6 months. So the counselor is right now communicating with the vendor saying that, hey, could you get it off our site and give us a discount?
Yeah,
The whole point was this, I told you about this I could tell you, and you need to record this. Whoever was in charge of that project broke the law, plain and simple. It caused a lot of financial burden and situation for our governing body. Before we agreed to purchase the rental of that expensive facility, trailer, is to make sure that the initial charges did not go over 20%. As soon as we approved and signed it off, the governing body, and then the people who were in charge started to give us the additional charges. It was over 20%. That amounts to over $400,000 extra. Right now, the police department do not need that. We wanna save that $400,000.
Right, well, that's why I'm kind of bringing it up, but obviously it's not being used, it wasn't even be allowed to be used. There's no
If you
van
recall,
used
there was a
now.
demonstration that was done by the police department before the reform.
Mhm.
People were here saying that people are getting sick, right? We
Yeah.
went through the remediation, we went through the air quality test. Right now it's contained. There's no reason that we need it right now. We are all agreeing that we don't have to spend extra $400,000 to $500,000 to install sewage lines, generators, electrical stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
You know why? Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Go ahead.
all right, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Please, go ahead. Name and address.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Christopher Kwok, 80C West Homestead Avenue, Palisades Park. First, I just wanted to thank you, Mayor and Council. It's been 2 months since I last been here in January to speak and start the new year in terms of what we as a community have expected in terms of where we are going. After hearing Mr. Vitri, Mr. Kim, Mayor Kim, Ms. Sang Lee, Councilwoman Yvonne Woon, I've been seeing nothing but incredible progress. And the attention to detail, to listening to Ms. Loretta, Mr. Ernie, and Joe, and everybody's concerns, and immediately following up, getting phone numbers, saying that, hey, we're walking on site. This is what this town needs. Somebody who's been constantly, diligently making sure that all concerns are met, as much effort can be put into it to ensure that these problems are remediated. And beautification of Palisades Park is a wonderful thing in terms of a proposal, and for you, Mayor, to put your own money and to want to do this project of making Palisades Park look nicer, more amenable to people who have been walking under those bridges, making them feel safer, students who I constantly see taking that road and walking to home. I'm very prideful to be here. I'm very prideful to be in Palisades Park. As much as this governing body has been working effortlessly, I see how much attention to detail, even Mr. Vitri, Councilman, I commend you because I see your concern for the town in terms of how much we spend and things of that nature. It's natural for us to have moments of contestation here. That's what this governing body is meant for. We are meant to have discussion, a meeting of the minds, and to have true concerns and care for this town. And I've seen nothing else from this governing body except a positive movement and progress. You embody, all of you all embody our motto, pride, culture, and progress. I just wanted to say thank you, and also to the police officer and to the fire department. I want to say, God bless you guys. Because seeing those changes, seeing what we're trending towards, there's nothing that we can't do. And there's nothing that says that Palisades Park can't be better, and what everybody has vision for this town. In lieu of that, and also in regards to that, I also would like to propose, I I've been speaking to somebody out of my own personal time for the wellness center to say, I would like to propose potentially an idea of doing a wellness day for all government employees, whether it be council, clerk, correct. That's why I would like to speak to Mr. Kim, which is a wonderful thing that you have spoken about. In terms of I want to do that again, I would love to assist and give you any context to make that happen, because I think that's a wonderful thing. They deserve time off. They deserve just a day of rest to feel better, for us to adjust their backs, to help them because they've been walking or working or lifting. Everybody here is doing their part. So why can't we help as citizens as well? So I want to say thank you, God bless you all, and truly to all of you here as well, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Thank you very much. We have a motion to close the public and come back to the regular session. We have a motion. First and second. Thank you. We have a motion to close the regular session. One more time.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Thank you very much. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful night.